Are people
Jangles
tweeting?
finally responded to me calling him out.
Oh, on DMs?
No, on a retweet.
We'll share it with the audience. What happened here?
Um,
Jangles, a famous non-binary YouTuber.
is Jangles non-binary?
I think. I don't know if he's a guy or a girl.
Oh, and look, that Vadim weighed in here too.
Vadim? Really?
Yes.
Tell Vadim we're gonna watch one of his videos and see if he'll come on.
So I said, Jangles apparently grew the ability to read minds. See, he gets to tell me what I really think, despite me actually saying what I think. Okay, Jangles, I'm visualizing a hand gesture in my mind. Use your psychic powers to figure out what it is.
I used my psychic powers. It was the peace
Yes.
sign.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what does the chat think? What use your psychic powers, chat. What hand gesture do you think I was making at Jangles when he thought he could read my mind?
Why is he throwing me in? Why is he tagging me in these
Hmm.
tweets?
I don't fucking know. But then Vadim said, he right go. Thank you, Vadim,
Oh,
for that
Vadim?
wonderful input. Yes.
Vadim said you were right, or
No, no,
was he
no. He said
being
Jangles is right.
Jangles is right? What is the
Right.
what is the feud over?
Um,
CRT, or is it trans stuff?
I was gonna wait. I'm saying if he responded to an earlier tweet, he did not respond to it. The feud is over me saying non-binary genders are inherently anti-liberal. Public school teachers are government employees and don't have free speech rights regarding their job. Otherwise, they could teach creationism instead of evolution. So your example falls flat. I said this to LSP Project.
How do you deal with people in public school that want to say I'm non-binary, I'm a teacher, I'm non-binary? That's a difficult thing.
What do you mean?
Well, the whole non-binary thing is confusing to children, I think. But at the same time, I mean, you're saying non-binary genders are anti-liberal, but I mean, if
Yes.
somebody wants to say I'm non-binary and try to appear genderless or try to appear in a way that it's you're unable to determine what biological sex they are. I don't. How can you stop somebody from doing that?
I said, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not listening to anything you're saying. I said non-binary genders reinforce and fix into place gender stereotypes. Liberalism is about treating people as individuals, not representatives of groups, which is why neopronouns and non-binary genders came out of the anti-individual group-oriented neo-Marxism and not liberalism.
Right.
That's what triggered Jangles. Jangles said, if you truly believe this, then why are you worried? Treat them as individuals, not as representatives of neo-Marxism or whatever the fuck. You don't, though. You're worried about the societal implications of accepting different forms of gender expression, which is anti-individual. No, you dumb fucking moron, stupid fuck, dumb fuck. I don't care if guys want to dye their hair purple and grow it down to their fucking knees and wear dresses and prance through the fucking streets. I don't give a fuck. I will laugh at them and say they look like fucking imbeciles, but I don't care.
Transphobe.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. I have a problem when a guy does that and says, oh, I'm not a man. Okay, even though I have an XY chromosome and I bang women and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm part of the magical neo pronoun Zer, and I don't feel like I'm a man because I'm wearing a dress which reinforces gender stereotypes that only women wear dresses, which counteracts the entire fucking message of the movement, you stupid imbecile. That's what I have a fucking problem with. And that we all have to sit around and pretend like, oh, well, because some fucking asshole takes a fashion aesthetic, we have to suddenly acknowledge them and say, oh, well, your fashion aesthetic or whatever aesthetic you live your life is valid. Fuck you. Lots of dumb idiots have lots of shitty fucking aesthetics that I can mock or whatever. I don't have to fucking justify or validate them. Do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. It's not a fucking magic identity that's protected. Get out of here with this nonsense. Your aesthetic is not a protected class.
Okay,
Fuck
that
you.
makes sense.
That's the problem with this dumb shit. And then we have to destroy the entire concept and reorganize the entire concepts of society and gender around this nonsense. Fuck you. Listen, that's what I said. That's why Jangles is a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what my position is. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. If people want to go, if Remy wanted to dress the exact way Remy wanted to fucking dress, I don't give a fuck.
So you're saying, just let me see if I get the argument. You're saying that it's illiberal. The non-binary programs are illiberal because they use fashion to create this fictitious protected class that gets equal protection under the law and is undeserving of that.
That's part
designation.
Of it. Well, that's not why it's illiberal. I think that's why it's shitty. It's illiberal because, as I said a million times, as a million people commented in response to Jangles, who's pretending like he doesn't understand my argument, which is hilarious because ContraPoints literally used to have the same fucking position that I had.
Right.
She only changed it. She only changed it for a reason that has nothing to do with the conversation, principally. But which is that if you accept non-binary genders, okay, if the guy puts on a fucking dress and says, oh, I'm non-binary because I'm wearing a dress, what you're saying is that only women wear dresses. You're reinforcing the fucking gender stereotype. And you're saying that if someone is not a
that's why it's
ultra-feminine girl, yes, because
gender stereotypes are illiberal. They're anti-individual.
Yes, right. Because
they create a group called women that all wear dresses.
Yes, because what you're saying is if you're not an ultra-feminine woman or an ultra-masculine man, then you're not a man or you're not a woman. You're some other magical dumb fuck category.
Right.
That's the exact opposite of all the progress we've been trying to make for the last fucking 50 years. And that is why it's not liberalism. It's this neo-Marxist bullshit. Because the real quote unquote gender abolitionism is don't treat people based on the fact that they're a man or a woman or they're black or white or whatever. You treat them as a fucking individual. That's what the goal I thought was supposed to be on the left. But then the neo-Marxists come in and say, no, fuck that. You have to treat me as part of my class because I'm going to gain power and oppression points because, I'm a oppressed black trans woman.
Well, non-binary is not a biological sex, obviously.
No, but they still want to use it as an oppressed fucking class.
Right, yeah.
And also, furthermore, the whole non-binary thing completely destroys their entire argument about gender and sex. Because how the fuck can someone not feel like they're a specific gender unless they have an intrinsic feeling of what the fuck gender is inside of them?
I wasn't paying attention. I was reading Jangles' tweet again.
Don't worry about it.
That's okay. You want to play video? I need to run to the other room for a second.
Right.
Video of a teacher.
Or you want to read a super chat? Or do you want to just stare at Jangles?
I'll address the rest of it. I can't. He's accusing me of saying something that sounds like such a fucking insane bad faith version of whatever the fuck I said.
I don't remember. Bring it up in the watch together. Oh, I guess you can't really do that. It's not really a Tuesday stream. We gotta stay on topic.
Yeah, we gotta stay on topic.
All right, we'll do it after. We'll do it after this video.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down to do it after this video.
We'll see.
Let's get Jangles has a drinking problem. I don't know if you know this, but
I didn't know that.
If you needle Jangles long enough on Twitter, he'll get totally shit-faced, and we can get him on the stream, and he'll just make a complete fool of himself.
Oh, really? Is that the goal here?
I mean, if you have a better goal, go ahead and speak up. But
okay.
Teacher talking about coming out as trans to her students?
So none of the kids knew me as trans, but I wanted to talk about it. So what I did is, as soon as I came back, I joined.
Mocked the snowflake intolerant.
Is it even up? Did Adam even put it up before he left, guys? Am I just watching a video in silence? I feel okay. No, it's actually going through. Okay, good.
left would openly call for any teacher who comes out to their students to be fired on the spot. Incidentally, the teacher referred to in that tweet I just showed said he came out to his students because a student asked him if he was gay because the student's parents said to the student that they thought he was gay because of his voice. So the teacher was like, "Yeah, I'm gay." Fired! Anyway, that tweet and many others have been deleted. I wonder why. But so what you'd imagine here is that any halfway reasonable person would realize that this simply isn't what grooming is. Nor is it anything but hateful to compare teachers simply coming out to their students or promoting pride to a camp specifically for gay kids to being a child predator. It's nonsense. The kind of decades-old gibberish the Westboro Baptist Church would scream to nobody outside of a Comic-Con. And coincidentally, the account was apparently a source of inspiration for none other than Christina Pashaw, DeSantis' press secretary we mentioned earlier, who has claimed that this account somehow has evidence that grooming is happening. You know, if you define grooming as a gay person breathing near a child and evidence...
He literally this is such bad faith. He literally refuses to even acknowledge the grooming argument that's being made at all.
Why
He's
would
going to
he do
straw
that?
man the entire thing completely.
Why would he acknowledge the actual arguments? That's
You're
such
right.
a bad
That's
move.
true. That's true.
Oh, I can't believe Jangles is saying this. Oh my God, he's totally destroying your reputation.
You know what's funny too? Like, this is such the Jangle situation. You know, it's so funny because he and Elspie, they got so fucking triggered.
Oh yeah.
So triggered when we covered their video.
Oh, I know.
And so like, and then we talked to them and he wanted to go through the whole, like, well, you said, I'm like, listen, Jack, we can do this where we go through the review and you say, you said this, whatever. Or we can just have a conversation where, you know, you can tell me what you think and I can tell you what I think. And I think that would be a more productive conversation. And we did that. And I thought for the most part that it was a productive conversation. Obviously we didn't agree, but I thought we both made each other understand our, you know, opinions on the matter. And so whenever that situation occurs, whenever I feel like, okay, well, this guy understands where I'm coming from, I understand where he's coming from, even if we don't agree, I walk away from that and feel like, okay, that's probably a good conversation. So I walked away from our conversation with Jangles, like, okay, that was fine. You know, I had a fine conversation. I wouldn't mind talking Jangles again. But apparently he exists in a completely different world. Apparently he's been walked away from our conversation, seething for months, just nursing these grudges against, Sitch Adam said these horrible things about me. And, I didn't like the way our conversation.
Well, I keep saying stuff, so I'm stoking the flames.
He's not listening to you.
Yeah, I'm sure
He's a
people
fucking
send him the stuff.
No,
We talk mad shit about him all the time.
Because in all the times you talk shit, I always try to defend him a little bit.
Where's
like,
Abdi?
listen.
He's probably clipping this out right now.
No, I don't think so. Because whenever you talk shit about him, I always defend him. I'm like, listen, you can disagree with Jangles, but I think he's, you know, telling you what he honestly
Yeah, but they don't
believes.
clip that part out because that's not going
I
to
don't
stoke
think
the. That's not going to fan the flames of.
Yeah, but then so he'll yell at you. Why is he yelling at fucking me?
Because he just assumes you're guilty
Right.
by
I don't
association.
think so. I don't think that's what's happening. I think he just completely perceived our conversation differently and has been nursing this grudge and been seething for months ever since.
I can't believe he put
think that's what's
science
going on.
lad in his name. He's so
I know.
anti-science.
I know.
Jangles the science lad. Okay. Yeah. Doubt.